Leave the tea I have for you all today. T.D. Jakes, the well-known pastor, is in hot water after CNN released an audio clip in which he is purportedly heard incriminating himself in a scandal. This is huge. People are speculating that his career may be over because of the audio leak. Although we don't know all the details yet, it sounds juicy. And this bombshell is set to rock the Christian community as a whole. If the audio is genuine, T.D. Jakes' reputation would be destroyed, and he might even face legal ramifications. Keep watching because I'm about to spill all the tea on this shocking scenario, since I know you're waiting to hear what he said. I'm glad to see you back on the stage, Jen Deal. Man, it's been a while. You haven't been on one of my platforms in a very long time, man. Please stop playing. I have never abandoned man. All I did was change into new clothing, so let's get started, man. How do you feel about the rumors that are being spread about you, TD Guy and DD? I see him as a saint attending a party that is nothing more than sin, drinking, and possibly fornication. Man on man, woman on woman, he on she. But maybe he's there to lay hands on somebody, or maybe he's there to save some souls. This is how I see it because growing up in the church, I was taught that sinners and saints should not be in the same atmosphere. I'm aware that he has a contract with Revolt, so I find it odd that he would be seen at any kind of Diddy party or anywhere with Diddy unless it's in a professional setting. Now what he's doing is making the Christians look bad, and you've been to these parties, right? Oh yeah, I was there when he was hosting the white parties in the Hamptons and the whole 9 yard, so I know what goes on at the parties. If you know, they probably got a little bit creepier over time because they reached a point at which they no longer cared to maintain the privacy of the former secret places where people used to go to separate rooms and different rooms, rather than doing that in public. I believe that he is attending the Diddy parties. If he is doing well, we know that he is attending the parties, and I am aware of what typically occurs there or what we were told occurred there. Perhaps he needs to see it for himself, or perhaps he should go there and actively participate in some activities that could assist, say, some individuals while they are attending those parties, or perhaps he is just going to it is difficult to even begin to discuss. Why you would find a religious man when you are aware that saints are supposed to keep themselves apart from sinners. It is also difficult to understand why a religious man like him would attend a party where sin is the only thing occurring, whether it be through drinking or fting. As I have mentioned, men and women on women find it difficult to discuss. However, before we get into all the juicy details, let's talk about who T.D. Jakes is. If you don't know, girl, where have you been? T.D. Jakes is only one of the most famous and influential pastors out there. He's got a huge following and has built a whole empire off his preaching. T.D. Jakes is the bishop of the Potter's House, a mega church in Dallas with over 30,000 members. That's right, 30,000 people showing up to hear him preach every Sunday. He's also a best-selling author, with his books selling millions of copies worldwide. And if that wasn't enough, he's even got his own TV show and has produced movies too to put in perspective. Unless he's involved in himself, what is actually going on at the parties? It's hard, brother bro, you know you can't I really don't know why as a spiritual advisor to him that they buddy why he got a party with him like that and be at his parties. Has got to be maybe it's something more that meets the eye, you know. I don't know, you know, I've had a, you know. I've talked to preachers, and I've talked to the reverends and priests, but they ain't never came to a party with me or nothing like that. So it's hard to figure that one out, bro, without even saying you know what people might be thinking. But I heard that there's supposed to be some tapes or something that's coming out real soon. And I guess we'll all really know the truth if anything's on those tapes from your point of view, right? When you look at T.D. Jack, your point of view, your opinion, do you take him serious as a pastor? Do I take him serious? That's not my type of pastor. You know you got to look at a person's household. And if your household is not in order you understand, how you going to help somebody else get their house? In order one of his sons got arrested some years ago in Dallas. Allegedly for being found in the park, where a bunch of people that are homosexuals hang out and indulge in sexual activity. And I heard this two sons, which are not his biological sons. Both of them are from that LGBT community. Now how you going to help me straighten out my house and to me? Your house ain't in order, not saying that something is wrong with them being and choosing that lifestyle. But something is wrong with them choosing that lifestyle being in a household. With a reverend, this man is a big deal in the Christian world. He's rubbed elbows with presidents and celebrities and has a net worth of $120 million. People look up to him as a spiritual leader and role model. He's known for his charismatic preaching style and motivational speaking. So for him to be caught up in a scandal like this is a huge shock. No one expected T.D. Jake, of all people, to be in this kind of mess. It's like finding out your past has a secret life as a stripper or something. The hypocrisy. If these allegations turn out to be true, it could totally destroy the empire T.D. Jakes has built. His whole reputation is on the line. Who's going to trust him now if he's out here doing shady things behind closed doors? The streets are already talking and speculating about what could be on that audio. Whatever it is, it must be bad for CNN to leak it. And for everyone to be saying his career is over. T.D. Jakes has some serious explaining to do. This scandal hits different because of who T.D. Jake is and what he represents. He's not just some random pastor, he's a global figure with a massive platform. So for him to potentially be involved in something scandalous, it's going to rock the whole Christian community. The tea is piping hot, and we're all waiting to see how this plays out. Speaking of tea, let's get into the specifics of what's on this alleged audio. Different. I told them that the Bible speaks clearly, and that's why all the moderating churches are going to fail us. You look like the center, you act like the center, and you think like the center, which is why you find Tibbs hanging out with Puff Daddy. Crowd cheers. Music. Music. Yes, happy birthday, D. Music to you. A happy birthday. Crowd cheers. Music birthday. Find a Church of God in Christ, allowing Chris Tucker and others to perform a comedy skit. That's right, I received a beautiful gift backstage, and I'm going to show it to you guys so you won't go broke over the holidays. I told you what to get people for Christmas, so don't go broke because, well, I know you have bills and stuff. If you have bills, don't worry about bill collectors. Tell them what I told them. That is, look, people owe me too. That's right, you tell bill collectors. That is what I tell them. However, someone bought me this beautiful chain. I feel like a bishop up here, and I look like a bishop. It's not a gold chain, so I feel like a broke bishop because of this. It is true that God is a God of no compromise, and that if you compromise, you become like the rest of the world. I have to give you all the details on this scandalous audio leak. Apparently, in the recording, Jakes is heard saying some things that could seriously damage his reputation and career. The streets are going crazy trying to figure out exactly what he said. According to my sources, the audio has TD. Go ahead, teacher. Jesus said through John, "Love not the world. The world don't love it, nor the things that are in the world that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in you." Jake's making a few highly contentious claims. I don't care how proud you are. I would tell a woman to have a meek and quiet spirit. That's right, she ain't yelling, whoa. Basically, he's allegedly admitted to some inappropriate